Hi, I'm Jon Decker, PGA instructor and author of the book, Golf Is My Life, Glorifying God Through the Game. Today I want to work with you on your bunker shots, and I want to give you a great drill for learning how to use the bounce of the club and getting the sensation and feel of how the club is supposed to slide through the sand. Now I've actually put a 2x4, there's a 3-foot 2x4 that I've kind of buried halfway into the sand, and I put some some sand on top of the board, and then I put a ball on top of it. What I want to do is I want to take the club here and open up the face. Now remember, this is the leading edge of the club, and the back of the club is the bounce. So when you take the club, as you turn the club from my perspective, if that's 12 o'clock, as I go to 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, I'm opening the club face, and then I take my grip. The more I open the club face, the more I utilize the bounce. The bounce will make the club slide. You do not want to use the digging edge in this situation. Now, from a safety standpoint, when you do this drill, make sure and put the ball in the sand in the middle of the board. Don't put it in the back of the board because I don't want you to hit the very back of it. You just want to put it in the middle or toward the front. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my normal setup, widen my stance, open up the face, and just be real aggressive. And just let the club slide right through the board. And I was using the back of the club. You can hear the sound that I made when I did that. You can hear the back of the club hitting the board. And so you just you just put the sand on the board like this. Put the ball on top of it. Open up the club face. And it slides right through. It's a great way to get the sensation of how to make the club slide through the sand. Remember, that's the most critical thing when your ball is sitting up on top of the sand and you have a good lie, is learning how to slide through the sand, because what you don't want to have happen is you don't want to swing and have the club get stuck in the sand. We see that often with our students, because when you do that, when you take the club and it just sticks into the sand, most of the time you're not going to get out. Remember, this is only for a good lie. So we're talking about good lie situations where the ball's sitting up. And in most cases, your ball will be sitting up when you first go into the bunker. The majority of the time, your ball will be sitting up. Now, unless you fly up under the lip or fly into the upslope, and sometimes it'll vary. But a lot of times your ball's rolling into the bunker, or it hits outside the bunker and trickles back in. And in those situations, the ball is going to be sitting up. So if that ball is sitting up, you want the club to be sliding. You don't want the club to be digging. Because if this is the ball and your club is digging, you're going right under it, you don't have enough power, and you don't get it out. By opening up the club face, it allows you to swing back, release the club, and you're just letting the club pass the hands at the bottom. And again, I'm just going to let the club slide right like that through the sand. Excellent drill. I would highly recommend this. Again, get yourself a 2x4, put it in the sand, and practice with this. And you really don't even need to have a ball. You can actually take some sand like this and just practice hitting the sand. I just blast the sand off the board. Great drill. Gives you the good sensation of how to use the bounce of your club. Work on this drill, and you're definitely going to improve your bunker game.